Silent Majority is a huge mystery in Hunter x Hunter. After the departure of the Black Whale 1, crazy stuff started to happen aboard the ship, most of which was caused by the commencing of the War of Succession. And in room 1014, bodyguards starting falling dead. After that, Kurapika announced the existence of Nin, and after that he announced that he will be conducting Nin classes. When the Nin classes started, the assassin struck again, and we caught a glimpse of it, that marionette that caused these weird deaths. The name of the power is Silent Majority. They were 11. The They Were 11 part of the name is a reference to a manga that was published in the 70s. It has the same name. It's an awesome mystery type of story. So you have these 10 people that were participating in some sort of an exam, and suddenly they realize that there are 11. There is one imposter among them, and they have to find out who is the imposter. And there is a lot of parallels between the story in the They Were 11 manga and what is happening in the Hunter x Hunter story. We will cover that later on in the video, but right now you should know that in this video we are going to solve this mystery. First, we will talk about the attacks, then we will exclude the people who most definitely are not Silent Majority, then we will talk about the top 3 suspects, of which number 1 is my personal pick of who is using this power, and to be honest, I have a big case against them. So, I have been preparing for this video for a long time, as you can see from the runtime of the video, so please like this video, make sure you are subscribed to the Hunter Society, and let us begin our journey to solve this mystery together. The first attack occurred in chapter 395, right after the departure of the Black Whale 1. Victim's name, Woody, one of the bodyguards assigned to Prince Wobble. The second attack happened in the same day. 4 other guards were taken out. The third attack happened on the second day of departure, during the Nin class in chapter 370. The victim was Bergen. The fourth attack happened in the third day of departure. The victim was Muhan. Ever since that day, no other attacks occurred. So in total, 7 people were killed. All of them were males and all of them were bodyguards. They were hired or sent to Princess Wobble's room by another prince or another queen. The ones that were hired by the other queens were sent there essentially to be spies. Yes, they are sent to protect Prince Wobble, however, it's a conditional type of protection. Only to protect if it does not conflict with the safety of the elder prince or the well-being of the higher queen. Queen Aweto is the lowest queen in that hierarchy, so she gets no say in it. The death of these spy guards and the guards that were sent there to learn Nin, it sure looks like it benefits Queen Aweto and Prince Wobble. Everything in that room right now screams sus. You know, sus is too weak of a word to describe the atmosphere in room 1014. It's scary. Just take a look at the bodies that Silent Majority leaves behind. It's brutal. The way that power works is really something. So you have this marionette, or Zashiki Warashi. This figure is invisible. No one can see it except the user of the power, because he or she is controlling the marionette, and one other person that is possessed by this marionette. The possessed individual is then used to draw attention away from what is happening. That's exactly how it went down on the second day of departure. And yes, you don't want people to be focusing because there are 4 snakes. These 4 snakes can latch into a body and they can drain out the blood from the body. Each snake can drain out the body in 44 seconds. And I'm guessing that's what happened to these 4 fellows that were knocked out. However, if the 4 snakes attack at once, he will be dead within 11 seconds. An extremely powerful Hatsu. However, this does not necessarily mean that the user of Silent Majority is a veteran Nen user. You don't have to be extremely well versed in Nen or have massive aura reserve to use this type of power. Keep in mind that what makes this ability extremely powerful is the condition that is set by its users. First of all, the ability has a range of attack. When the marionette is summoned, it can only take out people within its range, 10 people. The 11th person in that range is the marionette itself, hence they were 11. The second major condition set in this power is that if the marionette were deactivated without killing anyone, the curse will rebound on the user and they will die. And this is very powerful. Setting this sort of a condition is a guaranteed way to develop a very strong ability. And remember, the snakes are conjured, meaning that they can be seen by everyone, making it a greater risk, because if you see one of these snakes and run away or fight the snakes or take out the snakes, then the user of silent majority will have no death to show for and they will die. That's why the silent majority user possesses someone else to draw out the attention so that the snakes can come out of hiding and take out the victim. And with that being said, let us join this game and start working out who is the killer lurking among us. Now, I have played my fair share of social deduction games. If you can name it, I have played it before with my friends. So it goes without saying that I'm having a lot of fun of what we're doing right now, and I'm having a lot of fun trying to solve this mystery, and I hope you're having fun as well. So please, if you're enjoying the video, like it really helps out the channel, and make sure you're subscribing if you enjoy Hunter x Hunter content. Now, let's eliminate the suspects. Let's remove the ones that we know for a fact are not using silent majority. Those are the people that we are working with, basically the people who were present during the attacks or have some kind of motive to do such a thing. And no, it is not someone outside room 1014 controlling silent majority, because first of all, narratively, it does not make sense. You don't introduce a murder mystery and tell us that the killer is lurking among us and show us these people, and then it will turn out to be someone outside this room or someone that we do not know about. It just does not make sense. It will feel like we got cheated. It doesn't make sense narratively. So it is not someone outside the room. Unless it's a secret room like the one Morena has, and it's controlled by Pariston / Sheila, and he's trying to mess with Kurapika, the new rat of the Zodiacs. Nah, man, it seems far-fetched to me. I don't think it's someone outside the room, to be honest. No. And they know that Furikov has like really good nin detection type thing. They mentioned that in their inner monologue, so it confirms that they are in room 1014. Let's start ruling out people. Shimono, she was cleared by Kurapika after the attack, plus she can't use nin at all, so she's out. Bill also was cleared by Kurapika, and we already know his powers, so yeah, it's not Bill. It is not Longe because her powers were revealed in chapter 401, and we know the motives of Prince to Papa, so yeah, she's out. Ilirida and Ladios. They don't know anything about Nen, and they seem terrified of attending the Nen class, so they're out. Lobbery is out because she was the one who silent majority possesses, so yeah, it cannot be her. Yuri is also a maid, and she is non-combatant, but let's put a pin in that, okay? We will get back to it later. They got the seal of approval from the guardian spirit beast of Prince Hulkenberg, so that already automatically rules them out. Yes, they can use Nen, but they are not aware that they are using Nen, and they are involved in another storyline, so I don't think they fit. No, out. Mushaho is kinda sus, not gonna lie. Like, he was sent there by Queen Sunko, and she outright said to her son that he must figure out something to do and try to survive. Maybe she tried to act on her own and try out this scheme by sending this guard who can use silent majority. And my boy over here says that he is on an important mission, and but no, I think it's out because like the people of Prince Saleh are generally not good people. Like the first prince that died, Prince Momose, was killed by one of Saleh's guard. And what throws a wrench into this whole theory is that Woody, the first guard that was taken out from silent majority, is a guard sent there by Swinko. So it just doesn't make sense for the assassin to take out one of his colleagues and to be the first one that is taken out. Nah, he's out. Unless he's playing some sort of 5D chess, you know, to eliminate one of his own in the very first day so that he gets no suspicion. I do not think it's him. and I obviously do not think it's Furikov because we know what he's thinking all the time, so it's not Furikov. He's in fact playing the game with us. I love Furikov. Furikov is a great character. And it is definitely not Queen Awaito. She was just awakened by Kurapika, and it genuinely seems that she does not know what the is going on. It is obviously not Princess Wobble Guardian Spirit Beast because it's a different type of Nen Beast, and that was confirmed by Kurapika. Kurapika said it is most definitely not Princess Wobble Guardian Spirit Beast. So can it be something other than the Guardian Spirit Beast? No, it's a baby. Wobble is it's a baby. No. Muar, you know, it's not him because Kurapika awakened him and he definitely did not use Nen before the classes. Dungeon, we confirmed that he did not know of Nen. Bambiana has a counteractive type ability, so it does not work out. And it is most definitely not the 3 guards that were sent there by Zhang Li. None of them can use Nen. And finally, the last one that I will rule out as not the person using Silent Majority is Balarante. Now I know that a lot of people believe that Balarante might be the one using Silent Majority, but I beg to differ. Yes, he raised his hand to show that he already can use Nen, and he is a pro hunter after all, so he is powerful, we can tell that. There are some evidence pointing his way. I mean, he is a bit cheeky, you know, that cheeky smile. You can tell he's up to something, but he's not the user. He is a guard of the 13th Prince Miriam, and I guess he has motives to disturb the peace in order to protect 13th Prince Miriam and drag out this war somehow. Or maybe he's working with Savante to try and make sure that Prince Miriam is extremely protected because Prince Miriam might be beyond Netero's secret son, and Balarante is working with Beyond Netero to try and keep this secret and protect the 13th Prince at all costs. But none of this is confirmed. If you do believe this, that Miriam is the secret child of Beyond Netero and they are in cahoots and everything, yes, this is a strong case for Balarante to be the user of Silent Majority, but a lot of other stuff should be confirmed in order for that to work out, so it's a good case, but I don't think Balarante is the user. And he straight up calls out the guards that were killed by Silent Majority, saying that who goes to pee while they're a killer on the loose. So yeah, I think his role in this narratively is like saying what we are thinking, and it does make sense. And in a lot of ways, he adds some insights that is very helpful for us to try and build the case. However, he's not the user. Plus, Barajan also died from Silent Majority, and Barajan served Prince Miriam, so why would you kill a person you work with? Doesn't make sense. And if he's not affiliated with Beyond Netero or Pariston and is just doing the job as a hunter doing a job, why would he bother to force a stalemate or try to rock things up? It just doesn't make sense to me. And now, I know I have spent a lot of time trying to figure out who is not using Silent Majority in order for us to properly try and solve this mystery. Now, let's move to my top 3 candidates of the Silent Majority user. Number 3, Yuri. Yes, that little helpless maid, the non-combatant that was standing there next to Lobbery, the Lobbery that got possessed, the one that is shown to be extremely naive, is my number 3 pick. Let us build a case against Yuri. If you're doing a murder mystery, then it sure does make sense for the mystery to be hard to solve. And when you find out, it should be satisfying. And Yuri is a great candidate for that. Let's look at the appearance of Silent Majority. What does that look like? Well, it looks very similar to Yuri. I mean, just look at that. Right off the bat, there is a lot of similarities in appearances. But it is mysterious and foggy enough to be there all the time, yet we skip it. But then again, we can say that the look of the marionette and the name Silent Majority is based off one of the singers of the J-pop group Kayakazaki 46. It's Togashi's favorite group. Yes, Togashi really loves Kayakazaki 46. How much? Well, you know the ending that Togashi released a while back as the ending if he does not finish Hunter x Hunter, and yeah, this whole thing, this was in response to one of the singers just because she asked him a question. That's it. She asked him a question, then Togashi said all of this. And Togashi loves this group so much that he makes a lot of references in the manga to that group. And the name of the ability that we're talking about right now, Silent Majority, is the name of one of their songs. So I listened to that song. Then I watched the music video. Then I watched the live performances. Then I read the lyrics. I translated. I analyzed every single word in that song. And what I figured out was absolutely nothing. It was just a song. It's a regular song. It's a good song. And the concept of the song is that, yeah, a lot of people are having an opinion and they are being silenced, and it's like a representation of what is said. Basically, it's the definition of a silent majority told in some sort of a story, and that's it. It's not that deep. There is no hidden meaning in that song that would help us try to solve this case. I would have gotten the same amount of information if I just googled what does silent majority means, and I guess we all know what does silent majority means as like an idea. I already know what that meant. I shouldn't have wasted that much time. But what is more compelling is that this singer is absolutely the inspiration for the silent majority look, and she looks also a bit similar to the number 3 suspect. You wanna know what is the name of that singer? Yuri. Yana. Yes, her name is Yuriana, but you can see the Yuri, so I don't know, it's fun, it's exciting, it's captivating, and it is satisfying because you absolutely do not expect it at all, but you see a couple of clues here and there, a couple of Easter eggs, a couple of references, and you know, it does make sense. And also, Silent Majority knows the name of Flobbery. I don't see a reason why the guard of like the 13th prince would know the name of the maid of another prince. You know, more will be added to this case. You know, just keep watching. Trust me on this, keep watching, more will be added and it will make sense in a little bit, but let's move on for now. Number 2, Satobe. A quick refresher, Satobe is one of the guards sent there by 7th Prince losers, and he is in constant cahoots with 2nd Queen Duazo. What is the motive here? Well, 2nd Queen Duazo has multiple children participating in the War of Succession, the eldest being 2nd Queen Camilla. And with Camilla being the hothead that she is, it would make sense that her mother would try to cook up something in order to shake up the room, to take out the other guards of the other princes one by one, to leave them defenseless for an eventual takeover. All the people who died do not belong to any of Duazo's children, so it does check out. There's a panel where one of Princess Benjamin's guards is sent to Prince Loser's room, and he says that no one here can use Nen. But you know, I'm not a very good Nen analyst, not like Furikov, hinting that there might be a Nen user there, a good Nen user, that he can hide his Nen that well. And right then and there, when the silent majority puppet is spawned, it starts to talk shit. Other than that, there aren't really a lot of stuff disapproving him being the culprit. He is the most likely candidate because technically everything that we said about the previous suspect does not apply to him, making him a prime suspect. However, he is not my personal pick. Please, right now, I want you to type in the comments of the video, who do you think silent majority is, without skipping ahead. I want to know, what do you think? And after you're done with the video, please let me know what do you think about my number 1 pick. And please, leave a like on the video, it really helps out the channel. And without any further ado, this is the user of silent majority. It's no one. Hear me out, okay? And please be patient and all will be clear. It is not a singular person. It is a group of people. But if we have to choose one person to point out to, it would be a person that we dismissed from the very start of this video. And no, they are not in this panel, but indeed they are in room 1014. Just a bit to the left. It is Shimono. A bit weird. Afterwards, she explained very clearly why she acted against his orders, because she knows the politics, she knows the royal family dynamics, and she knows that choosing to take third Princess Zhang call was the best choice. And she was indeed right. And because of her action, that helped to keep Queen Awetu and Wobble safe. And remember that we mentioned at the beginning that the murders that happened, it kind of seems like they are helping Kurapika out, like they're taking out people that, might cause some trouble for Prince Wobble. That because it fits her goal. She has a goal that benefits her. She wants to keep the kids safe as a giant FU to the whole system, a giant FU to the terrible things that empire committed. Out of all the people in that room, believe it or not, Shimono is the only one that we got a backstory for. We know where she comes from. We know that her family served the royals for generations. Both grandparents fulfilled their duties until their death, and her father and mother didn't. They became ill and they died. And on their dying bed, they told her to keep serving this family until she dies. And now I believe she is fulfilling this duty, but not to all of the royal families, because most of the royal families are lunatics, are really bad people. However, Queen Awetu and poor Prince Wobble, they have nothing to do with this. They have nothing to do with this madness that is going on. So of course, she would act in a way that will benefit them. She sees the good in some princes, and she is slowly taking out the guards of the corrupt ones to cause chaos and to weaken the princes, the maniacs that are participating in the war. Some of the eldest princes are conspiring to kill literal children just to take the throne. These are not good people, and Shimono knows that, and she's acting on it. And I have one thing that would really convince you that Shimono is really silent majority. That thing is Hakawari, Chapter 7, Bankruptcy. Sorry, I meant to say Bandit Secret. Sorry, I meant to say Godspeed. These are names of abilities, right? Do you see something in common with these names? The names of these Hatsus. There's something in common. Quite simply, the names of the Hatsu, it represents something. It is not just a name that is there because it's cool. It has meaning, it has significance. Now, with silent majority, look at it this way. Every prince and queen, they have at least 4 maids. And if we can agree that there are a lot of similarities between the maids and their outfits and the marionette, we can, come on, they're basically dressed as the same thing, but maybe like the marionette of silent majority is like the war-ready garb, but it is the same outfit. And about the name thing, we will get to that, but come on guys, for real, Shimono was there when the very first attack happened. She was there when every attack happened, and when we add everything I said about Yuri, yes, Yuri was kind of a red herring. My main suspect is Shimono. But take the reference to Kakazaki 46, what we find ourselves with is a majority of people, the maids, who are in a position where they lack power and they lack representation and they are treated really bad. Yet they can't do anything about it because they're just made there to serve the royals until they die. They are helpless. They are silent. They are a silent majority. I cannot think of a more fitting name that would represent this kind of power that is shared between a group of people. If this power was used by another suspect in the room, I would seriously have a hard time just to understand why would it be called silent majority. Like, it doesn't make sense. Every other name of every other Hatsu in Hunter x Hunter, it makes absolute sense. Okay, Bungee Gum, okay, it's Bungee, okay, done. But take another suspect and apply silent majority to them. Like if Satobi was the culprit, well, why? Why would the power be named silent majority? It doesn't make sense, really. Like, if Balaronte was the user of silent majority, it doesn't make sense. Still, he is not a part of a silent majority or whatsoever. No, he is, in fact, a part of a very small, powerful minority. He is a hunter, he's a nin user, and, like, he's a man, big and strong. Like, what kind of silent majority that is he in? He's snarky, he talks a lot, and he's not powerful powerless at all. But now, when you think of the maids coming together, somehow being able to use this power, now it does make sense. They are a silent majority. The answer was in the title of the video all along. It is not a who. It is not who is silent majority, because it is a what. What is silent majority? It's a collective of people, the maids, that somehow are able to channel that aura into that manifestation, the puppet that summons the snakes and kills people. And the idea of a bunch of people sharing a power was introduced before in Hunter x Hunter, and it is the focus of the Succession War arc. And also, it is not weird whatsoever to add another faction to participate into this crazy war that we are in. Like, we already have the princes and the guards and the mafia and the phantom troop and beyond Netero and his secret children. It really does seem like the only ones who aren't participating into this war are the maids and the public. The regular people aboard the Black Whale 1. We know that the public are some kind of sacrificial lambs, and at some point a lot of them will die, but maybe the maids are the representation of the common man participating into this war, because indeed they are a silent majority. But, man, I don't know, like, yes, it sounds cool and all, but this theory is invalid, because, as we all know, and like I mentioned, Shimono was cleared by Kurapika, and Kurapika clearly questioned Shimono, and she said that she is not silent majority, so yeah, that's that, I guess. Or is it? Did she actually say that? I mean, looking back on it, something seems fishy. Did you attack Barragan?
Berrigan, the man who died? No, it wasn't me.
Well, it technically wasn't her. I mean, it was the marionette who did the killing, but I digress. Can you use Nin?
That's crazy. I never even heard of it until yesterday.
Can you use Nin is a yes or no question. And she didn't answer. She didn't say yes or no. She just said that she never heard of Nin until yesterday. Well, doesn't have to be called Nin. Call it whatever you want. Some people are geniuses in using Nin, and they do not even know that there is such thing as Nin. What was he called? Yeah, Meteor City Elder. Did he know of Nin? No. What was her name? Kamogi. Did Kamogi know of Nin? No. But she was able to use Nin. People can still manipulate aura and have superpowers without knowing the name. I'm telling you, something is extremely off about how gray these answers were. If only there was something else, something that will help us close this case once and for all. Well, there is. And yes, it's also in the name all along. They were 11. It's a manga, it's an old manga. Togashi probably read it when he was young and he enjoyed it, and all of that. And by the way, it was made into a movie, and the movie is available on YouTube. You can watch it, by the way. Okay, it's a cool story. It's a cool manga, and it's not a long read. It's like 4 chapters. It's really good. And like we mentioned, it's a mystery. So those 10 people participating into this test become something, and they agree with, and like some. Listen, I don't want to give a rundown of the whole story. It's a cool story. It has a lot of cool themes. It has a lot to do with discovering oneself. It questions the meaning of gender and the roles of society and all of that. In this specific moment, I don't care about any of that, because I only care about one thing. What is in that manga that will tie this whole thing together and give us the answer once and for all? I found the connection, and spoiler warning, I am going to spoil who was the imposter in that story, okay? It's a story that was published in the 70s. Yes, okay, it's an old story. Spoiler warning, it was this guy. He was the imposter. Once again, that's the story that Togashi references in the name of the power silent majority. They were 11. He was revealed at the ending of the story. Now, why is he important? Because the main character of They Were 11 Tada, he has this special kind of intuitive power. When he touches someone's hand, he can tell if they are lying or not. And when he questions Rockhead, that's his name, he knows right away that he is lying. And right then and there, from the very beginning of the story, they found him. They found the imposter, but he just gaslights everyone and like tells them, no, I was just testing him. I was just seeing if the powers of Tada are working or not. I did not lie to him. I wasn't lying. I was just testing him. Okay, so he was tested at the very beginning by someone in that story that we know for sure, and everyone accepts that he has an extremely intuitive sense, and he can tell if someone is lying or not. And he got caught, but he was able to circumvent and fool the user of that intuitive power. He was able to cheat the lie detector test. Sounds familiar? It's right there. It's extremely obvious, yet you convince yourself that there is no chance. I mean, Kurapika cleared Shimono, so she's not silent majority. Come on, think again. Just like Tada questions his own powers and he questions himself and he explains that, some people can get around it and trick my powers, Kurapika, for no reason whatsoever, mentions the same thing. Back in chapter 348, that was the seed. That was the flaw in Kurapika's chain. Kurapika's abilities can be tricked, and the parallels with They Were 11 right now to me are obvious. I cannot see it any other way. Silent majority is a collective of people, a bunch of people, the maids, or maybe a mix between the maids, other servants, some of the public who are tired. They lived in the shadow long enough. They were oppressed. They have a lot of problems. They couldn't speak out, and now is the time for them to strike back. And at the center of that movement is Shimono, who I believe was the one controlling the marionette when the killing happened. And yeah, that's my answer of who or what is silent majority. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I really enjoyed making it. It took a long time for me to make it. It took a lot of research in order to try and tie everything together, but I really hope you enjoyed it. I would really appreciate it if you would like the video and share it if you can. It really helps out the channel, and please subscribe to the Hunter Society for more Hunter x Hunter content to enjoy until the next chapter drops. Make sure you leave a comment of what do you think about my theory and who do you think the culprit is. And yeah, thank you again for watching and have a good day.